Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the X in-house MVD Cup. I'm joined. I'm Soupy here, and I'm joined by my buddy here, Gorgonath.
Yo. Yep, so we do got an in-house tournament here. We've got a cash prize here, which is nice. And we've got a bracket. We've got a round of 8, and we're going to cast best of 3s, round of 8, into the best of 5s for the semis and the finals. So I am pretty excited for this, Snoopy. How you been doing, Snoopy?
I've been doing all right. Just can't wait to get this MVD tournament started, as we have a bunch of people, at least familiar people that I know are pretty good. So should be fun games.
It will be awesome. And waited quite a while for this MVD tournament. I had to push it back quite a few weeks. I think it was supposed to be in January, but we're getting it done finally.
Yeah, finally. And thanks to Nyrock, who actually donated to the tournament in order to increase the prize pool to now is first place is $20, and then now second place is $5, whereas the original prize pool was only $5 to the first place winner.
Yeah, so big thanks to him making this prize pool nice, and we're going to do $20 for the winner and $20 for the winner and $5 for second place.
Mm-hmm. And we're actually going to go, I think bracket has started already. So actually we're going to go ahead and get the game started. Or at least
1 second.
Alright. So for you viewers here, I actually have the bracket, so let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket for you. Looks like a tournament has gone live, so I believe this is the final matchups. So here we have on the top of the bracket we have Ryach versus Kaino, and then in the second group we're gonna have Volticus versus Daunted. Now in the bottom bracket we have November versus OFE. That should be actually really good because both players are really good. And then in the bottom of the bracket we have Pixie versus Xenodactyl. So there's those are the matchups.
Now, Snoopy, if you had to bet on a dog in this fight, who would you choose?
I would have to say it might be. I'll bet my money on maybe November, because she's one of those players where she can be scary to face against. I mean, she pulls out the craziest builds, very surprise builds, kind of like SOS, and that's always scary to face against. So, and I think that kind of playstyles work in the tournament format, because you can't really expect or anticipate what she's going for.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think also another thing with November is that she seems to really thrive under pressure in tournament conditions, high performance matches when people are watching. She seems to do really well, maybe even better than she does in ladder.
Yeah, for sure.
And some people, they get the jitters, they get nervous, but she seems to just really thrive. So this is definitely a situation where I would probably predict her and Volticus, I think, are the two who I would predict for, because they are both really good in tournaments.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and suggest Xeno to the party, and then do you know if we have any predetermined map, or it's just
we are doing just the higher seed veto, AB.
Okay, alright.
And then it's going to be lower seed picks first map. Let's go. I mean, then it just goes from there.
Alright, so let's go get Xeno and Pixie to start vetoing the maps. I believe, let's see, Xeno is 3400 MMR, so we're gonna have, and Pixie is 30. Okay, 30. It looks like Pixie should be the higher one.
Yeah, looks like Johavial or Pseudodactyl is he's behind about no, they're actually pretty close though.
Yeah, they're pretty close. Both are platinum players, and both are officers of the clan, so we see them around pretty often.
Yep, Johavial will be stepping in as co-captain and player coordinator for me when I'm gone, so that big props to him. He's been great.
All right, I think yeah, it looks like Pixie's gonna choose a Bio Veto as the first map, so we won't be playing on a Biogenesis. Xenodactyl is gonna veto Eastwatch, and then Pixie is not gonna veto Acid Plant. Again, this is the current ladder map pool, so
yeah, that's interesting. I actually like PvP on a Biogenesis, however you say it.
Yeah, there's been some like debate on how to pronounce a Biogenesis. I call it a Biogenesis. I heard other people call it a Biogenesis or something. So it's like there's like no correct way, I guess, or something.
Yeah, I mean, well, bio because like biological, so kind of makes sense. A Biogenesis.
Yeah,
in that respect.
Yeah, I call it a Biogenesis only because it's like much easier to remember, and it's like 3 syllables right there. Yeah.
Abiogenesis. Yeah.
All right, so Xeno is gonna go ahead and veto Backwater, which is probably a good choice there. At least personally, I don't like playing on Backwater because of Terran, but then I think both players is not Terran, so shouldn't matter too much. Now lowest seed picks first, or still AB. I'm not actually sure about that.
It's lowest seed first.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, a good majority of tournaments do highest seed first, so it's kind of confusing. Yeah, I mean, back to the bracket, I guess. So we've got Ariok, Kaino, Volticus, Daunted, November, OFE, XCSA2. I would say Ariok versus Kaino, I don't know. That's not one I'm super familiar with. Volticus, Daunted, I would definitely give Volticus the edge. Daunted, he plays really well. Volticus, his TVT is very good. November, OFE, definitely, probably to November. And Pixie, Xenodactyl, I would maybe give to Pixie.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty evenly matched. I think throughout. Although I have to say, Volticus lately, if you guys haven't seen his stream yet, he streams often, and he's been actually not doing so well on the ladder. So maybe he's not in the best of shapes, but at the same time, he could just be leaving all the losses to his ladder game and then leaving all the wins to his tournament play. So we'll see how he does. Yeah.
Yeah, and to kind of chicken out of my prediction about November, now that I think about, well, see, OFE in the 2v2 tournament did so well. So if he plays like he did then, of course 2v2, different animal, different system, but if he plays like he did then, he could really give November a run for her money.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys haven't seen, the 2v2 tournament was streamed on our Africa, thanks to Gorgonoth and Phoenix, who casted that for 5 hours. So it's like crazy how you guys lasted all that. I mean, how you guys lasted that long with the cast.
Oh yeah,
5 hours is a pretty long time.
That was pretty long. Fun, but it was long.
Yeah.
Especially for Phoenix, man. He was in Europe, so that was like 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. whatever that was.
Yeah. All right, Neovana Square is the first map, so we should go ahead and create that.
Ooh, looks like November got a walkover on OFE.
Yep, looks like OFE didn't show up, so November will be advancing to the semifinals. Let's go ahead and make the game hard.
Oops, I will give you leader.
All right.
Oops. Oh no, I can't do it. I gave it to the wrong person. Okay, that's all right. She can do it.
Okay, yeah. Sorry guys, we just having a little bit of a leader malfunction here. Alright, there we go. Neon Violet Square will be our first map. We are finally about to get into our game. And this was Zeno's map choice, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so maybe he has something up his sleeve.
Yeah, I would say for Protoss, this does... I mean, it's a little bit trickier to secure a third on this map, which I think can lend to a slight advantage for Zerg.
I mean, they also have that in-base third, right? So...
Yeah, it's just less, so you're kind of putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Alright, so countdown has begun. We are about to get into our first game between these two awesome players. And throughout the night, or throughout the series, we will, or throughout the cast rather, I will check the chat as much as possible, but for the most part, I'll be observing as well the game. So, you know, we'll check the chat.
Yeah, I'll check it occasionally.
Yeah.
I think Kino's in chat, November's in chat. We got a couple people in chat. Nice. Neon Violet Square, interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Neondactyl picked that, but maybe he's got a good build for this. Definitely has a good map for air. I'm not totally sure if he likes going air in PvZ. But here he is, down in the bottom corner. As the teal Protoss for Psionic Aftermath, it's Xenodactyl.
Oh no, I think I have some
Ooh, it seems like this is lagging.
yeah, I'm having some problem. Hold up, let me just
Alright, well, while that is going on, I will introduce our second player. It is the light pink Zerg in the top corner here. It is Pixie. One of our officers. Both these players, as Snoopy mentioned before, are officers. They do a great job. Nice people. And what do we see Xenodactyl doing? Xenodactyl going for a early gate. 19 gate is the norm. Well, I guess he's going for a wall, but 19 gate is a little bit more of a norm. Even 18, but 16. It's a bit fast. So does he want to go for some early pressure here, or could it just be the style he's more familiar with? Pixie, nothing too weird here. Xenodactyl getting the scouts. Did not see the pool, but pretty much surmises it. Checking the gold third. Always something you need to do if you are aware of that. Is the stream running?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I was just heard silence for a while, so I was afraid something went dead. Cool. Alright, so it looks like Xenodactyl, he's going to want to wall off. Walling off on his Neon Violet Square is a little bit tricky. You've got a big area, a lot of different angles Zerg can come in from, but I think he'll be fine. Doesn't look like Pixie wants to put on a lot of pressure. She is looking to take... maybe not. Looks pulling the drone back. Looks like she might be willing to take early third there, but is deciding to pull that drone back.
Alright, so Pixie is about to have her first 100 gas. We'll see if she puts that into his link speed. Or if she's going to go ahead and go for maybe some roaches or maybe even a fast lair. Looks like she is going to go ahead and research link speed here. Yeah,
and Xenodactyl, his nat is going to be coming in at a pretty good time. The earlier gate didn't affect it too much. He pretty much prioritized that. Getting a Zealot first, I like that. Probably will get an Adept after that. Some people wait to get to the Adept, but on Neon Violet Square, you need to get that Zealot out quick. and he's getting a second gateway at his main. So looking to be a pretty solid wall in here.
Yep, and it looks like Xeno is actually going to go for the Twilight Cancel. I think this is actually a pretty good map for Stargate play, but let's see if he go ahead and maybe get some a depth pressure instead. Research the glaives, or he can maybe go for some charge lot, immortals, archons, that kind of unit composition. We shall see in just a moment here, as the Twilight Council is just finished. So he is going to research charge here.
Yeah, Xenodactyl has talked to me about this in the past a decent amount, that he really likes going charge. Charge, he really favors that style. Charge, archon, just likes his zealots here.
Alright, and looks like Pixie has not scouted it yet. There is no Overlord near the main base, so she's not going to actually scout this. It's going to catch her completely off guard, and she's going to have to at least get some links across the map, try to see what if the army is coming, and what is Xeno is up to. That is actually a really nice wall by Xeno, though.
It is, and also, though, Pixie, with her speed, I think she has speed Overlord. That Overlord is moving super fast. And Xenodactyl has a stalker in position, so he is being diligent about trying to deny the scout. But with the speed Overlord, I think it may just not be fast enough here.
Yeah. Alright, first step, go ahead and shade in. Gonna probably let it finish. And we'll check that there is no dirt at the back. But as this is going on, as you see in the production tab, there is a Dark Shrine and a Robo.
Is he going for some sort of charge Archon drop? Looks kind of like it.
Yeah, it's looking like it. I've seen this before. It's actually pretty strong. It hits at a pretty strong timing. So we just need to see a bunch of gate being thrown down. I think he's only going for 4 so far. 4 total. Not sure if that's enough. You want to hit with a lot of charge lots, so you need that a massive amount of gates, maybe like 8 gateways to morph in those charge lot. But it looks like if he just wants to make me do some light pressure and then get a third, that might not be the worst thing as well.
Yeah, and with 4 gates, if you hit your production cycles really on time, not wasting any time in between warp-ins, 4 gates, you can actually produce a surprising amount. And I think what he's trying to get done with this is just poke in, do some economic damage, and get that time, buy enough time to secure a third, and not let the Zerg grow too much unchecked. Doesn't have any immortals with this. That doesn't look like an all-in push at all.
Yeah, I mean, he is banking on a little bit of a mineral, so he might actually want to throw down the third, which, as I just say, he does throw down the third. So this is not going to be an all-in. This is going to be a semi-all-in with just some light harass here.
He's supply blocked here as well, which is really hurting the timing of this push.
Yeah, that's kind of tough there. Oh, but Pixie does not, with no scouting, zergling out in the map, has kind of got surprise attack here, caught her pants down, and now that dirt will be going down, and there is a War Prism at the top as well. So he's gonna go ahead and do a double prong attack at the bottom and at the main.
Yeah, and that is a DT in there too, and there is no detection anywhere.
Man.
This is insane. Oh my goodness, those are all 4 DTs. I thought that was just one. They're just going to right-click on that lair, and they're going to gun it down in no time. Pixie needs detection yesterday, but there is none here.
And that hatcher goes down.
Bummer. Just going to get out of there with those 4 DTs. Could even morph them into 2 Archons, get an insane number of lane kills. But there are a couple Hydras. Needs to be careful with those. DTs doesn't want to lose that mothership. Excuse me, War Prism.
I was like, mothership? That'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's what happens when you cast like Brood War and SC2 at the same time. There's so many different units, you get confused. Not that there's Mothership and Brood War, but the units in my mind just get so jumbled. And I'd like to see Xenodactyl, just going to go to work on these hatchery den. This is really paying off for itself. Just the only thing really he needs to make sure is that he has enough to home to defend, which right now it's a little bit sparse. Needs to get some immortals being produced ASAP.
Yep, and looks like Pixie actually is gonna go counterattack as she can't really defend against it. I mean, well, she can't really stop it as she doesn't have an overseer yet. So she's gonna go ahead and counterattack. I think that's the best move that she could possibly do at this moment. But there's a lot of zealots here with some shield battery, and cannon. So I think that Xeno might be okay, but actually.
That shield battery was super late. He should just waited, try to delay for a little bit. But at least there's another round of charge lots, so I think this will finish it off.
Yeah, that should be enough. And that forces Pixie to GG, and Xeno will take game 1 of this best of 3.
Yeah, Pixie didn't prioritize scouting enough, and when not scouting, being a bit more conservative is one thing, but you need to make sure you have detection when you don't do that, so you can get away with it, and that just didn't happen.
So now is Pixie's map choice, and we'll see what map she picks. Let's see what we got in the chat. Hey, Salavanth, welcome to the stream.
Hey, man. So, I'm getting PM'd from OFE right now.
Yep. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket once more, and you can see that November did get the walkover win, and it looks like actually Kaino got the walkover win as well. So Kaino advancing to the semifinals, and Volticus with a quick 2-0 will be facing Volticus, and Kaino will be facing off at the semifinals on the top bracket. November in the bottom bracket, and we're just waiting. She's just waiting for the winner of Pixie versus Xenodactyl. Xeno just took game 1, and it seems like Catalyst will be Pixie's map choice for game 2 here.
Yeah, definitely. Just trying to see OFE. I think OFE got a little bit confused about the time. If it's alright with November, if he can play right now, then I will ask if she wouldn't mind. Oh, okay. Never mind. He says he's not going to be back till about...
Okay.
Never mind about that.
Alright, so let's see. Salvan says, if I were Pixie, I'd probably do a Ling Flood game 2. Xeno a bit stronger, and also Xeno is doing greedy builds, aka non-Stargate openers. That might actually be a pretty good idea. I mean, Pixie can try to do a Ling Rush with maybe some Overlord drop as well. Catalyst, there is a big main base, so there's a lot of areas where you can where it's like dark, so Xeno might not actually scout it with a probe or a pylon, and that can actually be the opening for Pixie to just drop Zerglings in the main base of Xeno here. And it looks like someone's not ready. Oh wait, Gorgonaut, did you get the
Sorry. Sorry, I just finishing it up with OFE.
Okay.
Good. Alright. Yeah, so honestly there, yeah, like, Pixie not scouting, but no detection. And, Xenodactyl has a bit of a greedier style. He likes getting charge lots, but that really worked out for him there, especially because Pixie being a little bit more conservative with the scouting and the map presence.
Yeah, and the unfortunate part was that wasn't even the all-in from Xeno, so he was...
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really that greedy. Like, it was just a decently timed attack. I mean, it wasn't even the most well-timed.
Yep, and sorry about the siren in the background. Hopefully that's not too loud. Anyhow, we are about to go into our game 2 here. It's going to be on Catalyst, and let's see how Pixie responds and to the game 1 there.
Catalyst, another map, good for air, but Xenodactyl, from what I've seen, talk to him, he doesn't like going air a lot. Favors, the Zealot pushes more like that. That's more of his comfort zone, so expect to see something like that again.
Yeah, I mean, as a Protoss player, I was wondering, do you like Stargate openings, or you like more?
I do like Stargate openings with Phoenix and Oracles. They are good. I say I go with them like 50% of the time against Zerg.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and introduce our players here.
All right, in the top here, The man up 1-0, the VSL captain for XX, it is Xenodactyl.
And at the bottom here, we have the pink Zerg. It is the Snow, or the Pix. It is the Pixie.
I never really liked those pixie sticks as a kid. They just, like, kind of too sweet. It's the only thing I think of when I think of pixies, those dust sticks that like filled up sugar.
Yeah.
And Xenodactyl going for that 16 gate again, which is interesting. Ooh, and a Forge.
Oh, in November actually in the chat said that 16 gate is actually normal in the PVZ. So, or PV anything actually. So it looks like
I mean, basically there was a friend of mine, well, I always go 19 gate, and I have a pretty good record against Zergs, so that's interesting to me.
Oh, okay.
Just like always go 19 gate, it's just funny.
Oh, actually, Xeno went for a Forge. Yeah.
That is interesting. But it's not scouted yet, and probably won't be, because the timing of everything coming in was pretty normal for Xeno, so he might get away with 2 cannons here.
Yeah, and the Overlord doesn't even scout this, so... Oh, now she scouts it, and let's see how does she respond. She's going to go ahead and pull some drones. Oh man, this is going to be tough, because the cannons are kind of walled in with the mineral line, so it forces Pixie to cancel. She's going to go ahead and try to get the pylon at least, so it empowers the cannon, but Pixie's this
is already working out so well for him. Ooh, he lets the cannon finish. If he canceled that, he would have gotten away with only that one pylon. Would have worked out in his favor, but he's continuing this, which I think if he would have just let it go, he could have gotten out for a net win there. Ooh, actually, pylon, though, will let the cannon finish, so I guess it's working out in his favor.
Oh, okay, she doesn't lose too much. Maybe some mining time, but it's okay. She's going to go ahead and transition to Roach, and I think no, actually she does not have a drone out, so she's going to be stuck in her main base for a while. But as long as she can clean up this pylon, she should be good. I mean, the Roaches have the range, so it shouldn't get in range of the cannon. But I think she might want to go. Oh wait, she's actually going for a spine crawler. I'm not sure about this. She doesn't really need it, I don't think.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit unnecessary. Just wait for some Roaches. There's only one cannon.
I mean, I guess she's want to be super safe or something, but I think the Roaches could have cleaned up the pylon. So if she cleans up the pylon, the Xenodactyl won't have sight of the high ground, and so the cannons can be cleaned up easily after that. But instead, she's going for the lair. So the best, I think, for Zerg, when they get cannon rush like this, the best counter I think is just to go for Nidus and just go Roche Nidus and counterattack.
Yeah, for sure.
When you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean the spine crawler, like you said, I think with the Roaches she's just fine here. Now it will be nice she can just have some utility, can put it in her net eventually, but it's kind of a waste for right now. At least she won't have to take any Roach hits, so now her Roach push, if she does do that, will be quite a bit stronger.
Alright, finally she is able to clean up the pylon, so... Oh, actually she's going to throw in the Spore Caller as well. Probably pretty early with the Spore Caller, because when you go for Cannon Rush, you kind of know that the Protoss don't have a lot of tech units that early. So that's kind of I think that could be delayed, but I guess she's just super scared because last game she actually got DT'd, so she wanted to be like, nah, I'm not gonna die to that again.
Yeah, the Nidus here, there's only that one Overlord. I don't know if this could do a lot, but Xenodactyl in the past has done a pretty good job with his map presence. He's got Stalkers patrolling everywhere, and yeah, I think he should be fine here as long as he sees it, which he should be able to.
Yeah. Thanks, Kia, for the chair. Thanks for all the support.
Oh, nice. organizer of the American War of Tears, done a great job with that, which we won the last season, and we'll be participating again this season.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. That'll be pretty awesome. All right, Nidus is done. Let's see. Oh wait, the Overlord was killed, so she has no sight of Xeno's base. So that is actually pretty big setback for Pixie here.
Yeah, it's true. Weapons complete. Nice prioritizing that. Xenodactyl, I like the position he's in. His macro has been pretty good. He's supply blocked now that I say that, but with weapon timing, with the Immortal, this push from Pixie is probably going to do nothing.
Yeah, that is only, let's see how many roaches. That's only 9 roaches, and I think, yeah, Xeno does have more than enough, especially with that Immortal there.
Yeah, I think that's actually only 7.
Oh. Because
so even yeah, and with the Mortal there, that's just going to be roosted.
Yeah, there's actually 2 in the Nidus now. All right, so Blink is halfway done, and Pixie's going to go ahead and back off, as she did see all the defense and all the units of Xeno, so probably wasn't going to get in anything done with that. And so now Pixie is in a pretty deep hole, as she's behind 58 to 42 supply here.
Yeah, I mean, Xenodactyl hasn't been producing Immortals for a while, but I'd like to see him just start producing Immortals and push it across the map. I think he could definitely make it work, especially if he had a second Immortal by now, and then the third one on the way. This push would be quite scary. There's the Immortal production with the Chronode. So I think Xenodactyl could mount a very good push here.
Yeah, and it's going to actually time out pretty well with the +1, so he should be able to attack with the +1. With all those sentries and force fields, I think he might actually take that game with that push. We shall see. Actually, Pixie is going to go ahead across the map, kind of pretty much dodge this. We might actually see a base trade here if this happens. Oh, Xeno is actually going to go ahead and wall off. Still does not see the army of Pixie. Okay, Pixie does finally scout that Xeno is across the map. So she's going to either pull back or actually attack. It looks like she's actually going to go ahead and pull back here.
Yeah, I think Xenodactyl is just waiting for +2. He's got the Warp Prism coming out here. Yeah, just wait for +2, get your Warp Prism across there, and wait for attack. It was actually starting to dive in here, and this third is looking pretty weak.
Yeah, the good thing for Pixie, I guess the only good thing going for her is that the second Immortal actually got stuck in the base of Xeno there, so one less Immortal to attack, but will it be enough still? Roaches get on top of the army, and will she be able to take that Immortal out? It looks like that Immortal is still standing strong and doing a lot of damage, and now she's only down to 3 roaches here.
Yeah, getting pretty stalker heavy composition here with the Blink Micro. He can micro it back a lot with the Warp Prism here, warping in, and that third is dead meat. And I think Xenodactyl will polish off Pixie quite nicely.
Yeah, this third is definitely going to go down, and she doesn't even have a lot in the natural. Spinecrawler has not even moved yet, so it won't be able to help to defend, but I don't think it doesn't even matter. Xeno will take game 2, and GG.
Nicely played by Xenodactyl there.
Yep,
pretty good
and Xeno will advance to the semifinals against November.
That is going to be tougher, I have to admit. Let's see, looks like we got Kingslayer in here. Hey, man.
Hey, Kingslayer, what's up? Alright, so
Volticus.
Let's get November into the party. Actually, I don't see November in here.
She's offline. But I think she's in chat, so she can hear us, so I think she should be scampering off to get online immediately. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I said 19 gate. That makes 0 sense. But I meant 19 Nexus, but I was confusing it in my mind, the two numbers.
Ah, okay, I see. Yeah.
I do not quite have all those numbers memorized yet, so I don't have no idea what I was thinking when I was saying 19. I said it, and I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense at all. So, anyways.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get November in here. And we'll start the map veto here. And I'm actually pretty excited to see November in this game because November is actually one of my favorite people to watch play, because I love like all the craziness that she brings in terms of surprise builds and also surprise micro, because she actually faced a couple of high tier master player in the Clan Wars, and with those crazy build orders, and with some micro, she managed to pull off some great wins. So I'm excited to see if she can pull out some cool tricks up her sleeves against Xeno here.
Volticus is requesting to be. Well, wait a second. I think we have enough time here that we can do the best of 5. We can do one semi, then the other, and we can cast both.
Oh, okay.
It's only been going for like 30 minutes. I think we have enough time to do that as long as you're okay with that.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, we could cast both semis. Looks like I think it was changed to a best of 5, right?
Yeah, since I expected a much bigger turnout, so since we don't have that now, best of 5 seems appropriate.
All right, so there we go, best of 5, guys. So enjoy a good long series here. It should be pretty cool because November and Xeno are pretty great players, as well as Volticus and Kaino. So now I guess for some Zerg in turn, they kind of don't want to see too much of this PvP, but
yeah.
I mean, both players. I mean, this could be actually a pretty nice PvP considering the players that are involved here. Eastwatch will be Xeno's first veto, so also Biogenesis is November's first veto.
Yeah, I mean, she's almost 1,000. She's about 900 MMR ahead. So I am, if Xenodactyl wins, this would be a huge upset in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, November. Because she's been a Masters before, so she probably would be the favorite here. Xeno, I don't think has been Masters yet, so he's gonna be the underdog here. But we
looks like, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Looks like Sal's critiquing me a little bit. He's saying 20 Nexus is more popular. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a 19 Nexus guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So basically, both. Yeah, you can go both 19 and 20, but I think versus Zerg, a lot of Protoss can go for the 20 Nexus. I personally go for the 20 Nexus because Zerg, they can't really punish that as much. So that's why like there's no Reaper coming in at a certain time for Zerg, so that you can get away with a 20 Nexus there. But either way is still fine.
But I mean, going 19 Nexus means. Wait a second.
So basically,
okay.
19 Nexus is pretty much like the standard for maybe like a PvT and maybe a PvP.
For sure, yeah.
Not for PvP because you don't want to actually expand that fast.
Yeah.
Unless you got like an in base, what's that map? Like if you have like a base like inside where you just
pocket
the pocket,
the Neon Violent.
Yeah. So you got like a pocket one. You can actually get away with a gateway expo in PvP, but generally you don't want to expo in PvP that fast. But in PvT, you generally go for a 19 Nexus. Sometimes you can actually squeeze out a 20 Nexus. I've been actually changing it to a 20 Nexus, and just sacrificing my scouting probe, buying some extra time for the stalker to come out. But in PvZ, I think it's more normal to go for a 20 Nexus, because you can squeeze out the extra probe and you won't really get punished for it. So
okay, yeah, that makes sense. So Xenodactyl is going to get some water, so we will wait a couple minutes for him.
All right. Okay, so Black Hank, I think it will be the first map choice. So let's go ahead and create the game. All right, thank you all for watching this MVD Cup. It is going to be a first place prize of $20 and a second place prize of $5. Both semis and finals will be a best of 5.
Yep, and the man who provided that, Stealthy Banana Narok. Just whenever you see him around, give him a shout out, give him a pat on the back because he contributed $20 to this, which is awesome.
Yep, and he's also contributed to the MVP Cup earlier in this month. So that was pretty awesome. Thanks, Nairak. And Salavan asking in the Twitch chat if this both semis are going to be casted.
Yep, they are casting both semis. Yep. Salavan. I like referring to myself in that pronoun. He is. Black pink.
Sorry for the Twitch chat if the response is a little bit delayed. I have a 30-second delay on the stream, so that just to prevent stream cheating or anything. I trust our players, but just for precaution. So if our response is a little bit late, then just know that we're not like neglecting your your comments.
We don't care about you guys anymore. We give up. Alright, but the Diamond 1 Protoss here in the red, the Cheeser. She's a jack of all trades. It's November.
Oops. Forgot to zoom in here. There we go. Zoom into November. And at the bottom left, we have our teal Protoss here. He is Xenodactyl.
Is the X like? Is it a Z? Is it like? You pronounce it like a Z, right?
Yeah, Xeno. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was doing that wrong.
Oh, nice block there. A little bit delay on the gas there.
We almost got that off. If he would have gotten that off, that would have been really nice.
Yeah. Alright, so both players are going to go ahead and wall off, and I think this is pretty much the norm now in PvP nowadays compared to pre-patch, pre-Mothership Core. Long ago, if you guys remember, we used to not wall off in PvP because Adepts would shade in, but you had the Mothership Core to defend. You could throw down the Photon Overcharge, but nowadays there's no Mothership Core, so you got to wall off and kind of block with either a shield battery or a pylon, so that those Adepts, those pesky Adepts, don't shade into your main base there.
Yeah, November's blocking was actually pretty effective. Xenodactyl's gate is quite a bit later. It's almost half later than November. So if she goes double stalker, I mean, like 4 stalkers push across the map, she might be able to get something done if Johaviel doesn't recognize it and decides to skip only and get 2 stalkers or something. That could actually be quite potent.
Yeah. Although this map, there's sometimes that there's some travel time, so I
True.
Yeah, Xeno should be okay, but November will definitely have the fastest stalkers, and actually we have a proxy Stargate here out in the middle of the map here.
Ooh. This is what I was meaning. I mean, if he goes for something like that, then his stalkers are going to be way later, and if November marches across the map with 4 stalkers and he only has 3, and he's getting Adepts, which is not a good answer to stalkers.
Ooh. Oh my god, November. November's actually going for a Stargate herself, so this might actually turn out pretty crazy in just a sec.
Yeah, and she's actually not marching across with the stalkers. If she did, then for sure she would have gotten a Adept kill or something.
Alright, so Xeno is going to go ahead and scout with the probe. See no expo, but does see some stalkers. Let's see if they go for Oracle or Phoenix here. Xeno is going to go ahead and go for the Oracle instead. And now let's see. Oh, Oracle for November as well. Oh my God, November is getting supply, but I had to kill her own probe there just to free up some supply. Don't know why that was a tongue twister. But it's gonna be a Oracle versus Oracle here.
And I like November's position a lot here because Xenodactyl has Adepts, and Adepts versus Stalkers win every time. And the Oracle actually coming out, November's is already across the map, doesn't have much defense at home, and November shouldn't lose too many with the 4 Stalkers as long as she has a good reaction time. He's probably only going to get like 3 or 4 probes max. Maybe even not. This is insane.
Okay.
Decent micro.
Yeah, 2 probes, 3 probes now. Which isn't the worst actually. Pretty nice that she didn't lose that many probe yet. We'll see how much damage November's Oracle does. She is kind of sitting around with the Oracle, kind of being lazy there. But I can't blame her because she's got a lot to micro with the Oracle. And look at these pros; they're all just just sitting around. Okay, there we go. Finally, November puts them back to work.
Yeah, and the thing is that she's going to have 2 Oracles coming in, and there is only a Void Ray that defends. And Void Rays are possibly the slowest things in the world to beat Oracles, and she's going to get...
she missed a chance.
Oh, she's whiffing. And now there's a Phoenix out. Man.
Oh,
this
man.
is not going well for her. That engagement, rather, with the Oracles. And she's going to lose one. That is unfortunate. I really thought that she could turn that into a sizable lead, but no. And now, Johaviel is... Well, he's up in workers a little bit, but with the pull... Actually, November's up in workers, excuse me.
Yeah, I think November is has better micro. So I mean, not better micro, better macro. So she's, even though she's kind of lost that battle in terms of the Oracle versus Oracle battle. She looks like she's still in a pretty good position as her army is bigger, and as well as her worker. So I think this is where the Master Diamond versus Platinum comes into play, as November is showing herself to be the better macro player of the 2.
Yeah, we look at that army supply. She's up about 6, and that will matter. And with a Void Ray here, looks like he's committing to quite a number of Phoenixes, and Phoenixes can put you in the game if you have a solid base. But the thing is that she just really doesn't have enough Johaviel does not have enough at home to defend against this push that's coming.
Yeah, that's a big push. The one thing he has going for him is that he has a stasis ward. So if he can actually trap some good amount of units with that stasis ward, that will actually be pretty helpful in terms of the defense.
Yeah, the stasis ward is going to make or break this defense.
Oh, here we go. Oh, she's actually having... Oh, look at that.
And it was a good stasis ward. That's a lot of Stalkers. He needs to capitalize on this right now and get on top of those things. Oh, the Void Ray, though. Yeah, he doesn't have enough to actually get on top, though.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Alright, here we go. Stalker is on stasis, and now he's going to go ahead. Oh, my God. All the lifts, but there is nothing to really attack. There's a 1 Void Ray, but I think that's going to be going down. Oh, man.
And loses an Oracle in the 2. This micro is not there. Although Stalkers take a long time to finish up Phoenix. There's absolutely no micro here. He's missing this opportunity, and he doesn't have enough Phoenixes to lift and kill.
This is kind of awkward, but
yeah.
November is going to go ahead and reinforce her army. But the rest of the Stalkers, the recalled Stalkers, are coming, and I think with the Phoenix advantage and Stalker advantage, this is looking pretty dicey for Xeno here.
Yeah, that's the thing I really do not like about going Adepts, is that they make you weak in the mid game for big Stalker pushes across, especially in PvP where Stalker scales so well. If you're ahead 6 Stalkers, then if you're engaging in the open, then it's going to make a huge difference.
Oh yeah, it looks like the Stalker's getting a little caught off in the middle, and want to go ahead and get back into the shield battle. You don't want to lose the Stalkers, as currently the units count is 15 Stalkers for November to 6 Stalkers. So November pretty ahead in terms of Starker count.
Yeah, although she's choosing to walk back. Maybe she doesn't want to do anything foolish. She's just going to get a third, start the macro up. She's got double Stargate, so she might just keep pumping Phoenix at this point. Actually surprised she hasn't gone into any of the minimum lines yet.
Alright, it looks like Salivand here in the chat says, "Come on, November, I want to see a Volticus versus November final." That's actually pretty good final, I would say.
Yeah, that is probably, that's likely for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty likely here. Looks like November is going to go ahead and engage. I think she has more than enough, but these charge are pretty strong. Oh, she's going to recall her stalkers here.
I don't know if I like that choice. Now, wait, she didn't have Blink. But I think she could have microed out of that. I mean, it's tough. She's just being conservative here. But she might have been able to take that.
Yeah, she might have, but she's going to go ahead and play it safe, recall it, and I guess she's going to go ahead and continue to macro up. Her third base is already saturated. Xeno's third base has yet to be saturated. It's about to be done here. And it looks like Xeno is actually going to look for an attack here. We'll see if November actually has enough. She does have 3 shield batteries at the third, so I think she should be okay with against Xeno's attack. And here we go. Xeno is going to go ahead and attack November's third base. A little slow response there, but it's okay. I think she should be able to clean this up.
Yeah, this is actually a bad attack angle. The Zealots and Stalkers were not attacking the same thing. He needs to recall here, or just, I don't know. The charge lots getting on top though are pretty nice, but with the shield battery, she just can't engage here.
Oh my god, those force fields could have been better, but it looks like November is going to have to pull the probes. Zealots are so good against Stalkers here, so I think that's Xeno's kind of coming back into the game, and now is actually taking the lead supply. But I think this Immortal will be come in time just to defend against this attack, and November I think will be able to hold. Does lose 17 probes in the fight, but she's still ahead. Not ahead. She's still close in terms of worker supply.
Yeah, I mean that attack was interesting. Honestly, just attacking into 3 shield batteries, period, is it's not a good choice. But I think he felt like he had to get something done. Which I think in Jahaviel's position, he's getting 3 bases. He could just try to macro up a little bit and wait for November to make the first move. Wait for November to attack into 3 shield batteries. Wait for that to happen instead of pushing your luck with an attack like that where he lost a lot.
Yeah, I mean, although, on the other side, he was behind I think 30, 40 supply before that attack, and I think he kind of almost evened it out during that battle. So I think it was definitely a win for Xeno in that big battle there. But November is still again ahead, 125 to 96. Her macro is again much superior in terms of Xeno.
I don't think Jahaviel was ahead in supply. I think he just lost supply.
No, before he was before the attack he was 30, 40 supply down, but now it's not as
35.
Much.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now it's back to around 30 or 40 supply lead for November. So again, her macro is much better, and I think she also has the better tech here with the Archons.
Yeah, the Archons will seal the deal, and with the Immortal protection and 3 Immortals, this is going to be it here.
Yeah. Now I think the good thing for Xeno here is that his +1/1 is actually a lot quicker than November's. November's just getting her 2 forges now. So if the game goes on and on to the late game, I think Xeno can pull ahead with the upgrades. But it looks like November is catching his Xeno's army off guard and might actually take down this third. Xeno's going to go ahead and retreat.
And Xenodactyl doesn't have shield batteries. That is a major slip up there. Needs the shield batteries with the charge lots, with the Immortals. Going to be standing strong here, and I don't think there will be nearly enough for Xenodactyl to hold.
Yeah, this pros being pulled by Xeno, and I think this is probably it. Xeno is going to go ahead and GG, and November takes game 1 of this series.
Well done. Yeah, I mean, she even actually in the beginning, she could have probably gotten quite a few probe kills Didn't, but then with the macro, just slowly worked away in and got it done.
Yep.
Really what I expected from a diamond one versus a plat one. It's just the longer the game goes on, the chances for the plat just goes down.
I mean, Zeno is again the underdog here. He is a few, I guess a league below November's, and you could see that in the game as November her macro was just so much better than Zeno, even though she lost the first 4 probes to that Orko, and did like no damage with her own Orko. She still managed to pull ahead. Usually it's the other way around, where if you get some probes killed on your side and your opponent doesn't, then you should be ahead, but that was not the case in terms of in that game for Zeno. And it looks like Backwater will be our next map. Alright, so thank you all again for tuning in. Okay, there's 13 viewers so far, so thank you to all the 13 viewers. We have a good amount of Psy-X member here, as well as other members like Kia. So welcome to the stream. We're about to get into our second game.
And this is the semifinals. The winner of this will be guaranteed a little bit of dinero.
Dinero.
Some moolah, I guess. Many words for the same thing. Was going to be guaranteed at least $5 cash. Nice.
And those will be paid out in Monopoly money. No, I was playing.
Yeah, Canadian money, which is basically what's up.
That would be so funny if like you win a tournament, they just gave you Monopoly money. That would be like, what in the world?
When I was a kid, I didn't know the difference. Like, I thought you could actually buy stuff with Monopoly money for real.
Oh my god, that would be so awesome.
That was a rude awakening. That one day I found out, the ripe age of 4, Monopoly money is not the same thing as real. Now, Backwater, who do you think this favors in this PvZ matchup?
Actually, let's just, for that 1 second, just listen to that background
siren. That is beautiful.
Alright, there we go. Sorry. Alright, so I think in terms of this map, I would say immediately it would be favored to the Zerg, because that ramp, that second base of the Protoss, is like really hard to kind of wall off. There's a lot of cases where Zerg play just like Ling rushes and maybe even Overlord drops at the same time. But we'll see if November, I mean, not actually, wait, actually this is a PvP, my bad.
Yes, it's a PvP. I don't know why I said PvZ.
I know.
My goodness. That was my fault.
Alright, so as we, don't forget what we just said, let's just go ahead and introduce our players here.
In the bottom here, the man down 1-0, the Platinum, the VSL captain, it is Xenodactyl, aka Johavio.
And here at the top left, we have our red Protoss, not our red Zerg. It is November.
And November, putting down the double gate, but Johavio is going for the cannon rush. So far has not been scouted. We haven't. Johavio last time he did that. No, sorry, I'm getting confused. Did that against Pixie, and it did not pan out. Well, he won the game, but the cannon rush, he turned that into an economical advantage, but did not win straight up with it. So, will he be able to do that again? It's a little bit harder in PvP, I think, to not win with a cannon rush, but still turn it into an advantage. It's a little bit, it's more important to win with the cannon rush.
Yeah, actually, this is a really nice cannon rush by Zeno. I think he has some, I guess, experience from it. He knows the, I guess, the area where it's not the pylon is not envisioned of November, and that 2 cannon with the gateway block is actually really nice. But again, November actually, she's a really good, I guess, cannon rusher herself, as well as cannon defense. So she has a lot of experience defending against cannon rush. So to see if she is able to defend against this. First, it looks like November actually pulling some shield batteries. Wants to get that stalker out. If she can get that stalker out and get the shield battery up, I think she will be able to defend against this. As the Zealous should be able to deny the top cannons here.
Yeah, once the Stalker's out, the game is, changed at that point. And with the Stalker being thrown at the probe, yeah, probably going to die if it doesn't get out of there right now. Throwing down as much as he can. And the gateway will get targeted down, which is nice. Small victory. But the probe, actually the probe is going to escape. Nice pylon block there. And we actually might see something start to finish up here.
Oh yeah, great hold by November. So if you guys you Protoss player out there have trouble defending against cannon rushes, this is a great example of how to hold it.
Well, she hasn't quite held yet, but she probably will. There's a Zealot coming out here, and if he loses the probe, it's kind of... But the nice thing is that pylon's zoning them out here, and there is a offensive Zealot.
Yeah, I think November still will be okay. She does have the shield battery, so she has more Zealots as well as a Stalker, so she just needs to kill this cannon though. It's getting a little close.
Ooh, the one cannon is up, and the shield battery's energy is just now done. There was enough to hold this, so I think this attack is petering out. Now, can Jahaviel macro up quickly enough at home to make anything happen? I don't know. With a Robo out, she can just get Immortals, and I think this game is pretty much over for Jahaviel.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still time left, but when you lose a cannon rush like that, it's just not really in the cards.
Yeah, you get behind in terms of tech-wise, and November certainly ahead as she's already producing her first Immortal. Xeno's still getting his Cyber up, but he's going to try to get some more damage done with these Zealots, but I don't think she's going to be able to do so.
Yeah, I mean, 2 Zealots here, but they've just kind of been chipping away at random things. And with the 2 shield batteries, hasn't really been able to kill anything. There is an Immortal coming out here, and yeah, Jahaviel. This attack will get cleaned up soon. Wouldn't be surprised if he just rushes the cannons.
Yep, and November already getting a proxy gateway out in the across the map, so she's gonna look to counterattack as soon as she cleans up these gateways here, or these cannons rather.
And she's rushing the cannons. Will take almost no damage to this. Might get the Stalker if she's lucky. Oh no, gets it. No Stalker loss. And there's nothing really Jahaviel can do at this point.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't even have the wall off in the front, so he can't even, if an attack comes right into his top of into his ramp, he's not gonna actually have enough to defend. Although he is gonna go finally throw down a cannon, but oh man, Immortals are pretty strong against cannons, and the first few units are already warped in across the map. Even catch the retreating probes here. So 2 more probes going down.
The icing on the cake there. And November, it looks like we will be seeing November in that, taking that final spot. GG is called. November takes the series 2-0. Well played by Jahaviel, but couldn't quite pull it out.
Oh wait, actually it's a best of 5, so...
Oh, duh, right.
Yeah. So November will have to win 1 more before she advances. And
I'm losing it tonight.
No, I mean it's understandable because the first 2 maps, I mean the first game was, the first series was best of 3, so easy to get confused. So anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and ask for Xeno's map choice. So November once again win away from advancing to the semifinals, and let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket once again. We have the top bracket that's still yet to be played. We will be casting that as soon as this series is done, and then again whoever wins will advance to the finals and guarantee them some dineros.
Yep, that is right.
All right.
I mean, yeah, I expect Xenodactyl to do something cheesy again, because I think that's his best bet to win.
Yeah. Salavan says November's the one who taught me how to defend cannon rushes. And yeah, she's a great teacher, as you just saw. She held that pretty well, despite Xeno doing a really good cannon rush there. And yes, all rounds are not all rounds. The semis was changed to from a best of 3 to a best of 5 because not a lot of participants were in this tournament. So Gorgonath decided to increase it to a best of 5 so we could have a longer series.
Yep, and
Low audible.
yeah, we called an audible there. And Neon Violet Square.
Yep,
It's a nice map.
Xeno's map choice, so maybe he has something planned here. We shall see.
Yeah, this is a good map for cannons. I watched firsthand Print F take down many people with cannons on this map in person, so this is definitely a cannonable map.
Alright, we should see if he go for another cannon rush, and let's go ahead and introduce our players.
Alright, in the bottom here, she is captaining our All-in-Nidus team, an officer, and brings life to the team, and the chats, and the emojis. It is November.
Yep, and at the 11 o'clock position, we have our Tio Protoss. He's not a farmer. He's not a dirty farmer.
Like November is.
He's Xenodactyl.
And is he going to throw down that forge? There it is.
There it is. The forges. Oh, nice placement there. Nice hiding place.
I mean, everything about this map reeks of cannon rushing. Yeah. It's got perfect ledges for it. It's a cannon rusher's dream.
Now, November actually goes out with the fast probe scout in order to scout these kind of things. So she should be at least kind of expecting a potential cannon rush here. But she's going to have to, yeah, she still sees the extra probes going out into the map. So she should be able to anticipate this. She did defend this the cannon rush in the last game. We'll see if she can defend against this in this game. This map is a better map to cannon rush, I would say, because if you're gonna pull probes, it has to go all around to the pocket expand to defend. But looks like November is not gonna go ahead and do that. She's gonna go ahead and try to defend the same way she did last game.
Yeah, and she's definitely comfortable cannon rushing. I mean, defending cannon rushes, excuse me. You know, the Stalker Immortal, she's definitely turned it into an art. And I think, from what I've seen here, I'm definitely not a master, but if you're going to pull off a cannon rush, you got to be a little bit more aggressive with pylons in different spots. Now, this actually still could work, because there's only Zealot, and the Stalkers are going to be a ways away. If he gets the things and gets the cannons entrenched like he is now, this actually could go south for November.
Yeah, this is a tough spot for November because the cannon is actually going to finish before the shield battery, so she can't even use shield battery to heal her Stalkers like last game. Might be her best bet to actually go ahead for a Ninja Expo, try to sack her main base, but she's going to actually try to hold against this. Oh man, the cannons do finish, and I think the Stalker won't be able to take these cannons down, and shield battery is way late, so working out really well for Xeno here.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, I don't know. This is looking really bad for November. November loses the Stalker there. Good Zealot micro from Jahaviel. The Prism is, the shield battery is finishing up now.
Oh, but it's not powered.
Yeah. She can't really trade too well against. There's two cannons here. A third one finishing up. He's got one chipping away at the Nexus. Even though she will get that one pylon, it's just not going to be enough. With two Zealots coming in, going to put some pressure on the backside. I think the Nexus is going to go down.
Yeah. Shoot, sorry about the overlay. I had this whole game on the wrong overlay, so thanks for Snow for pointing it out.
Pulling a Gorgonath.
Yeah.
That's what I always do.
Oh man.
Yeah, the GG. Whoa, yeah. Xenodactyl. Nice.
Wow, pulling off the nice first win there and gets his first points on the scoreboard.
Very well done. That was a really well executed cannon rush. Couldn't have done it any better. And yeah, that's the map for it, for sure.
Yeah. Again, I apologize for the overlay thing. I would remember that for the next upcoming game. So make sure to not do that same mistake again.
The thing with, at least though, people can still see it. Like, it's smaller, but people can still see it. I've been casting before where I've forgotten to switch the overlay, and the screen is entirely covered, so you can't see anything. So it's kind of like a radio cast. So
yeah.
The thing our overlay's got going for it is that even if you do forget, you can still see it, even though it is small.
The funny thing is that if we ended up with a radio cast in this last game, it would have been pretty similar to when Salavant did that radio cast. It was a long time ago, but there was one game where I kind of messed up in the replay recovery, and so I ended up leaving the game, and so it was up to Salavant to radio cast the game, and it was kind of pretty epic, and it was on the same map, Neovana Square. So
that's awesome.
all right, looks like Zeno is actually gonna go ahead and go for a restroom break, so he will be right back. November has chosen Catalyst for her next map, so she's gonna go ahead and try to end the series on Catalina, or not Catalina, Catalyst.
Catalina, that's a good map.
Yeah. So as soon as Zeno does come back, we'll start the game. We'll go ahead and switch to the bracket so far.
Yep, hope everybody in the chats had a good day.
Yep.
So, I think Sal says he remembers that game. Yeah, that sounds really fun. I wonder if the VOD's still up on YouTube. Sounds fun to watch.
Yeah. All right, it looks like both players are finally in the lobby, and November is ready. Let's go ahead and confirm if Zeno is ready, and we shall start as soon as he confirms. Yep, there we go.
And we're heading into game number 4 here. It is 2-1, and Johaviel, definitely, aka Xenodactyl, definitely the underdog here. Can he pull it back? And that would be a shock if he brought it to 2-2 in my mind. It would be awesome, but it would be surprised.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy, and it would be even crazier if he actually does a third game with a cannon rush. That would be actually pretty awesome.
Gallus, not a bad map for it. But here he is in the bottom. The Teal Protoss, it's Xenodactyl.
Alright, and at the top left, we have our red Protoss player. She is the dirtiest of farmers. She is November.
That is right. She works for the Farmers Union. It's the worst.
Alright, we see a fast probe move out from Xeno. So maybe a cannon rush. We should see in just a sec.
And
oh no!
Oh man, got my hopes up, Javiel. This is definitely not a bad map for it. I mean, you got the nice mineral area, but the thing is that the main base, the distance between the nexus to the ramp is so big that I guess it's not actually the greatest map for it.
Yeah. It seems like Zeno was trying to at least delay or maybe even get the gas, steal the gas of November, but November does get the clutch move and actually throws down the gas before that can happen. And important to note, November actually not walling off on this map here. She's actually
Interesting.
She's building in base. So if Zeno scouts this, so he can actually go for a 2 adept push and just go into the base of November and start killing some probes. November finally going to go ahead and get her scout here and sees that Zeno is actually going to go ahead and wall off. So I'm surprised November actually not walling off, but maybe she has something of her plan to defend against this. We shall see.
I mean, I wonder even if she was suspecting cannon rush and did not want to wall
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, that makes sense.
Because yeah, if you wall there, it definitely puts you behind because the cannons will at least get something done. Whereas if you put him back there and he goes for a cannon rush, then pretty much you can get nothing done on Catalyst.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Looks like Stalker is going to be made for November, so she's going to go ahead for the Stalker. Oh, actually a third, fourth Nexus here. Are we seeing a 4-gate here?
Whoa. This is kind of, I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I just never like Adepts in PvP. Like, sometimes the 2 Adept push into the min line can be good, but I always seem like I'm behind when I go Adepts because Stalkers are just so much better. You usually lose the Adepts, and you usually lose map presence anyways, so I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but I just kind of have a beef against Adepts
Oh,
in
because
PvP.
basically the idea is just to shade your Adepts into your opponent, so his Stalkers will be not across your to the map on your side. It's going to be trying to be at home defend. You follow up the 2 Adepts with 2 Stalkers, and you can actually usually hold, and usually you can get actually a good amount of probe kills with the Adepts if you get to shade in. And
Yeah.
November, especially since she didn't wall off, could have actually suffered a lot of probe damage. Instead, it looks like November is actually going to go ahead and expo while getting her 4 gates. Now, important to note, Xeno actually has a robo across the map here, a proxy robo. So if he holds this against these Stalkers against November, he can actually go across the map and do a counterattack and do a lot of damage with this. November is getting her own robo, but it's going to be a bit late. November actually going to go ahead and actually contain Xeno here with the Sentry and Grease Stalker. So Xeno's actually stuck in his base for a little while here.
And she's actually warping in Stalkers in the main. I think Johaviel can push out actually with this and break that contain and get a nat if he wants to. With the 1 Immortal going across, I'm actually not sure if I like that too much because with 4 warp gates, she warps in a couple more Stalkers and she can go toe-to-toe with that Immortal. And losing that Immortal is not good.
Oh, nice move from November. She actually hallucinated a fake Oracle, forces Xeno to pull his probes off for just a second. And actually, yeah, the Immortal actually pulls November's units to retreat. So now it actually frees up Xeno to go ahead and get his units across the map. Oh, actually a recall by November. Gonna get the first Immortal. So nice takedown.
Yeah, I mean, the Immortal got like 1 probe. Not any damage done on the Nexus except for Shield is going to lose that second Immortal. That's huge.
Aw, man. That's huge right there.
Well, although the sandwich could be good, he's trying to make it happen. Some of these units are low on shields, but I think November has too many forces. Joavel's going to try to push her back, and he can warp in. The third Immortal, though, is going to come out of the bad spot.
Yeah, that's just too much units for November. I think she's going to actually be able to take in. This slow warp in is not doing any favors. Probably best to have thrown a gateway next to that robo, but these slow warp ins will allow November. And she has her own Immortal now, so she is going to take the series and head to the finals with a 3-1 win.
GG. Well played. Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, with the walling being meta nowadays, I think that's why the Adepts aren't good, because the wall anyways, and then you're weak, because if you have 2 Adepts in an army that could be Stalkers, you are weak when you engage. But, you know, it is good for that early game damage. But with the walling being meta, it seems like it doesn't work as much.
Yep, and now we are headed into our second semifinals, and it is going to be Kaino versus Volticus. I don't actually see Volticus in the clan chat. Do you?
Yeah, I do. I just suggested him.
Okay, there we go. For some reason, I don't see him.
He's in the party, I think.
Oh, okay.
You don't see him?
Maybe he's in. Is he in Psi X A?
He's in Psi X, I think.
No, he's in. Yeah, he's in Psi X.
Oh, that's right. His NA account is, I think.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't see him in the clan chat. So there we go. We have our 2 players in the party, and we shall start this as soon as the veto is done and we create our first map.
Yep, Volt and Kaino, I think this will be a much more even match.
Yeah, I would say so myself. I think Kaino is a he's Diamond 1. Volticus, I don't recall but he is a Diamond player, so there's no like a whole league tier below or higher for one another, and so this should be a pretty even match. And let's go ahead and start the veto.
I believe he is low. He's low Diamond 1, if I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, then if that's true, then they will be pretty much dead even.
Yep. So it looks like oh wow, we have a bunch of players in the chat rooting for Volt here. So it looks like the fan favorite is Volt.
Ooh, he's the British. I mean, well, to be honest, would it be wise to not root for the CTL captain?
Oh wait, actually he says wish me luck. Okay, Volticus says wish me luck, so everybody's wishing him luck. Anyone want to wish Kaino some luck?
Yeah, I'll wish him some luck. I got enough luck for everybody. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, Kaino, he used to play a ton for me back when we used to do weekly Clan Wars a while, like a long time ago, and I used to be more familiar with his playstyle then, but haven't seen him a ton lately.
Yeah, I've seen him a lot more often before, but now, yeah, like you said, recently I haven't seen him. But so it's nice to have Kaino participate in this tournament and get into the swing of things.
Yeah, he was like my bread and butter for like the Pig Pan Clouddown weeklies back in the summer. So that was when I used to be more familiar, and I think back then he was lower diamond, so he's definitely improved.
Alright, so we finally get some good luck Kainos in the chat. So looks like both players got some fans going on here. And I just received a friend request from Volticus. There we go. Alright, so both players are ready, and we shall start the countdown. For Ireland.
A little bit of a thing for Volt there. The British-Irish independence thing. Always a good one to throw out there.
Looks like November is actually rooting for Volticus to win because she thinks that Terrans are easier to beat than Protoss. So looks like she's not a fan of PvP.
Yeah, PvT could be considered a bit more straightforward, but in the top corner here, the Red Terran, it's the CTL captain, RCTL captain that is, our fearless leader, it's the Red Terran, Volticus.
And at the bottom left, we have our purple Protoss. He is the one and only Kaino.
If by the end of an intro you haven't said their color 4 times, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do. It's like, the Red Terran! He's red!
Yeah, gotta mention the colors.
That is my... I don't know, I can never say it the right way. Like, you're supposed to say it... I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but I always say it disjointed.
I mean, it's fine. I think, yeah, you can just... pretty much just wing it, however you're...
It's not too serious.
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like kind of gonna go ahead and do some worker harass, but not gonna get too much done as the second SCV from Volticus will be able to defend the building SCV. Dust gas, that is pretty much standard from Volticus. There's no like proxy racks that's going on. And Kaino himself, actually, he's gonna go for a 1 base opening here. Interesting. I think the more common opening for PVT is for gateway gas into Expo, but instead Kaino is actually going for 3 gas immediately. So he might actually go for a Stargate opening here. So we'll just see. He does have a probe out in the middle of the map, so he can throw down a proxy, but there's no proxy pawn yet. So I'm a little bit confused. So we should see as soon as the cybernetic core is done.
He's got a probe over there, so if he's going to do proxies, it would make sense to do it here. But it looks like he's just sending it in to scout, so I'm not really sure. And unless he's really trying to make something work on one base, I don't... Oh, sorry, never mind. He stows his gnat down, but it is a little bit delayed.
Alright, so Reaper is out for Volticus. Usually, Volticus does like to open a Reaper just to scout and scout any proxies as well as get some damage done across the map. It doesn't look like there's any proxy out for Kino yet, so he's gonna go ahead and move his Reaper across the map, try to scout what he's going for, and it looks like Kino is actually going for a Twilight Council here. So I'm thinking it looking like a DT opening with the fast 3 gas.
Definitely.
I mean, the 3 probe gas, I think.
And with the Stalker, probably going to clean up the Reaper. The Reaper will slip by and scout this, so nice pickup from Volt, even though he will lose the Reaper. But also, one thing to keep in mind is that he didn't Chrono Boost that Stalker at all, so he's dumped Chronos into that gate, into those gates, and he's throwing down more gates. So I think it's throwing down shards. This is kind of interesting.
Wow.
But he's getting really fast warp gate.
Okay, so I'm guessing now because of what Kino's doing, maybe he might go for charge Archon, maybe. Because he went for the fast 2 gas really quick, so he's banking on a bunch of gas now. He's got to throw that gas into something, right?
Yeah, I'm not totally sure. A little bit surprised. I guess, yeah, maybe, or yeah, I'm kind of stumped.
Yeah, because he's getting charged. You don't need that much gas or that fast gas. Okay, there we go. A forge instead. Interesting. So this is completely, I guess, against the metagame. Oh, nice scan by Volticus there. Sees everything.
Getting a forge. I mean, so I guess the only thing that I'm kind of reminds me of is like a old style against mech, you know, where you'd go that charge lot Archon play against mech, but this is bio, so it's not going to pan out as well. And getting the forge, I really do not know what's going on. I mean, he's getting his nat pretty well saturated and throwing down both those gases, and he's getting +1 weapons first. I wasn't sure for a second if he might be getting +1 armor because of the charge lots.
Yep. Kino is just actually scouting with the hallucinated Phoenix. Does see what's going on. Should see and a bunch of bio, but actually goes to the naturals. Does not see any army, so he should be expecting Volticus' army. Actually, he is a Stalker. I think did scout that. So a bunch of Marines going across the map, and it's gonna be timing out with the stem really nicely. There is no shield battery yet. I think Kino should be throwing down some shield batteries because that stem Marine is a really tough to hold in the early game right here. Unless he has some great force field, but he only has 1 sentry so far.
He's got 3 more gates on the way, so he's banking on a lot of gate unit. And if he warps in another round of Stalkers, he might be alright here, but the Volticus is coming in here fast. This actually could just be well, yeah, there's actually quite a bit of here. With the charge lots, I think he'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, it looks like oh wait, he's actually, Volticus is gonna go ahead and focus fire on the probes instead. Does get 5 probes. I wonder, was that worth it?
That probably was a wash, I think. I don't think that went really well for either player. And Kino's getting this blink here. Yeah, this is unorthodox. That's an understatement.
Yeah, it's certainly unorthodox, but hey, man, it's working out for him so far, right?
Yeah.
So something must be working well, and it does look like actually Kino did get the +1 weapons upgrade, so his army is a little bit stronger. He's going to go ahead and try to counterattack, but there's a lot of Marines here for Volticus.
This is not going to go well for him. Now, there are no medevacs out yet, so, you know, Volticus isn't trading, like, the max that he could, but there are going to be medevacs coming out soon. And he's got a Ghost Academy, so at a certain point, there's the Dark Shrine going down. He's got Blink, But at a certain point, against a dropping player like Volticus, you kind of need Colossus or something.
Yeah, he has actually he has his Ghost Cloak researching, so he is gonna go for a Ghost composition here. Oh, D-Stock is getting caught off in the middle of the map, and he's kind of trapped here.
He's actually trading. He can trade decently well against these Marines because they are weak. There's the drop from Volticus coming in. This could be deadly. There's no vision, and there's a ton of sentries for Kaino. Those are absolutely useless against a drop. And I think that was just a gas dump, but don't like that at all. That's just not going to do well against this. I guess just for the mass force field at the ramp to hold on for a little bit, but it does seem a little bit much. But he's got this Templar Archive, so he can get Archons and Storm soon.
Yeah, and he's also getting a Dark Shrine, so looks like all his gas is finally going to something. Oh, these stalkers gonna get trapped here. He's gonna go for a 2-prong Marine attack, so these stalkers probably definitely dead here.
Yeah, these stalkers, they've been alive for quite a while. One will escape to tell the tale to his stalker children with a couple of 9 kills. Now that is 9 Marines, so definitely being active, keeping Volticus, abated somewhat. I like that, but looks like he's trying to push out a little bit with his sentries. I mean, is it just me, or does it seem like those sentries are kind of... He's getting ahead of them here. He needs to attack with the Archons. The Zealots charging in, though. Doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, those sentries are pretty good. Although, yeah, that's kind of a lot of sentries for in the PvT here. If it was a PvZ, that would look okay, but sentries not I guess the best for in PvT. I think you just need a few for Guardian Shield and maybe a few Force Field. But let's go ahead and see. This Archon army is pretty strong. I don't think he even got a EMP off, but
there is no energy left in the medevacs here. These Archons are doing super well. He's going to lose both these medevacs, I think, soon. But the army crumbles, not going to lose any of those medevacs, and those sentries are just going to get chewed up.
Ah, man. He had to sacrifice
17.
a lot of workers there.
So I guess not the worst that could have gone for Kaino. With Storm almost complete, he's going to have to, start getting some good warpins here. He's sending 6 Zealots across the map. Doesn't really have much at this third to defend. Getting some shield batteries, so he needs to get some Storms up ASAP to defend that third.
Yeah, I think this is Volticus' chance to counterattack because his army supply is a lot higher right now. And his economy is pretty low, so he needs to do some damage with this. But these Zealots, these charge lot, as November said, charge lots are pretty good. Are doing so much damage across the map, and Volticus is going to go ahead and charge into the 3rd of November of Kaino, but it looks like Volticus is actually pretty occupied with the defense at home here.
Yeah, actually, crucially, he sniped us. There's no more Storms because he got really nice EMPs on those Templars. Had morphed them to Archons. If they had Storms here, this would be crucial. But those Zealots chewing through here, getting the Ghost, and cleaning up all those Marines. Munch, and now it seems like Kaino, with a really good worker lead, is starting to really snowball. Picking off a Ghost there. Nice.
Oh my god, these Zealots are still alive. Oh my goodness. Getting some more SCVs. 11, 12 SCVs going down. Oh my god. Volticus is bleeding for some minerals here. Or actually, he's not bleeding, but he's banking a lot of minerals. But his worker is now down to 29. Oh, actually, he got... I mean, not actually, that's the army supply. 45, rather. Kaino's at 68 workers, so he's way ahead in terms of the worker count. And Volticus still have to I guess re-secure the dirt base, as he's actually floating his command center. He's like screw the dirt, I'm just gonna go ahead and attack with my army. He's actually doing a drop. He has a lot of medevacs at home, but not a lot of army here.
Yeah, one of the things, this medevac drop going in, the medevac is super weak, doesn't want to lose that. He might delay the 4th, get a few SCVs here, but Kaino is pretty well defended. He should have enough. Just, this is where Volt can shine, with these methodical drops, taking small leads with Liberators. His multitasking really is superb.
Yeah, I mean, actually loses that medevac. That's pretty tough there.
That didn't really have a chance to get out of there alive.
Yeah, I mean, as a Terran player, like, if you're behind, like, the one way to get back into the game is to do multi-prong attacks, multi-prong drops, and try to catch your opponent off guard and kind of get him into chaos mode. But it looks like these drops aren't working out. Oh my god, he even actually runs his Marines into that big army right there.
I think he was trying to snipe that High Templar, but it did not pan out. Now, one of the things Kaino's got tons. He's got a photon cannon ring in his main, and photon cannons everywhere, so he's prepared for these drops. He's not scared at all. He's pushing across the map. The only thing he doesn't have is a war prism with his army, so the war pins are kind of late. He does have a pylon, but the slow war pins are hurting. It'd be nice to see him get a war prism, but here they are charging in, although his army is kind of piecemeal coming in.
Yep, going in one by one, but I don't think even this matters because Kaino right now is enjoying a 78-30 force supply, and GG, Kaino takes game 1 in this best of 5.
Man, super weird opening, but maybe that's maybe we need to start taking notes there.
Yeah, super weird opening build by Kaino, but it actually worked out for him, so well done by Kaino there, and now it is Volticus's map choice.
Yeah, that was a lot of gates.
Yeah, that was a lot of gates, and I think he was going for more of a, like I said, Charizard Archon composition.
Yeah.
Actually, so they went for the map choice already?
Kata. Wait, this is game 2, right?
Yeah, that was this is game 2 that we're going to.
I think we did the wrong map, folks. We can just go back and do the game map number 1.
Alright, it looks like they're actually going to go ahead and just move on to the next map. So, Catalyst is going to be our second map, so my apologies. I thought they were actually doing the map veto, but it looks like they were doing the map choices instead.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, so... let's go ahead and confirm if both players are ready, and Volticus is ready, Kaino is ready, so here we go. Game 2. That was actually a pretty good first game there. We saw a lot of harass, a lot of action across the map. We saw some unorthodox build. We even saw some ghosts. And so we'll see how this game goes on Catalyst here.
Yeah, I think if we go back and that stem timing there, I don't know if... I mean, it had the potential to do a lot, but I think if he went for drops a little bit earlier, it might have been a little bit more effective. But anyways, we've got another match on our hands, game number 2. And in the top here, the CTL captain, the green British player, it is Volticus.
And at the bottom right, we have the banana yellow Protoss here. We have our friend Kaino.
Got a little bit of a tropical color scheme going on here.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, I like this decision by Kaino here. He's actually going to go ahead and place his first pylon and gateway at the area where the Reaper jumps in. So, if you guys don't know, you can actually... there's a cliff here that Reapers can jump into, and if you block it with buildings, they can't come in due to the main base. So, you can actually just park your Stalker at the natural right here and be okay and not worry about Reapers coming in and out throughout both sides.
That is pretty nice. I haven't seen that in a while. It's nice that Blizzard blocks it out for you, that little wedge there.
Yeah. Alright, so it looked like kind of actually opening the same way. 2 gas opening. We shall see if he actually goes for the same build there. Even though it's a weird build, I thought, it still worked out in the end. So maybe he's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Volticus will be expecting, he's going to be, I'm sure, scouting a little bit more for this. Going to want to be dealing with those charge lots. He's going pretty much pure Marine against charge lots, so, going to be prioritizing getting Marauder count up, I'm sure. And, yeah, pretty much the same builds from both these players. The Reaper going to be coming in. Probably won't lose it, although, yeah, the Reaper going to come in, scout, get some good intel. And looks like Volticus did an eBay block on the net. eBay Engineering Bay, of course, is the fastest building in the game. So,
oh, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, it builds the fastest, so you get the most bang for each second.
Yeah, but I think Volticus does not know that. Kind of actually didn't have any plans to expo. He's actually going for a 4-gate here. Oh, actually no, a 4-gate, 3-gate Stargate here.
Ooh.
And a PP, a pause by Kaino. He tapped that. Okay. All right. So we do have a Stargate being made here, and I think it might be a Void Ray rush, maybe Void Ray, and then he's gonna use the Stargate. I mean the gateways to warp in some reinforcement, plot down some shield batteries.
We have to resume it.
Okay. So I think he might actually go for. Oh no, actually he's retreating it. So, interesting. We shall.
Volticus' Reaper actually got outmaneuvered the Stalker there with the pause, kind of to his benefit, and going to be sniping maybe a probe here would be nice. Oh, looks like he gets sandwiched and will not lose anything. Brutal. For a second, I thought that he could turn that into a probe kill, but nice probe micro from Kaino. That will be nice, and the proxy is not scouted yet for Volticus. We've got double Stalker, third Stalker on the way, and a Void Ray. This is going to be pretty insane.
Yeah, he just Nazi is like right out of his range right there.
Although the Stalker getting some unnecessary fire down, although it's going to lure these, no, not going to lure these Marines out of position, and the Marines will see it now, but it's going to be too little, too late. The Stalkers will be popping. The Void Ray about 75% done with 3 Stalkers. They can definitely outmaneuver this, and looks like it's going to be 4 Stalkers and a probe against a handful of Marines.
Oh my God, Volticus probably is like shitting his pants now, seeing all that gateway
Definitely.
and Stargate, and he's trying to get the bunker down, and the Void Ray is already out. So, oh man, this is going to be a tough hold. I think he might actually have to sack the natural.
Definitely, and the Void Ray, although the Void Ray getting a little bit low there, does not want to lose that. Probably is going to get up shield batteries here pretty soon. Looks like he is committing to the natural defense at least a little bit, dropping down 2 mules, although it's going to send them back to the main. There we go. There is the retreat, although with the Void Ray, could get this about half, looks like.
Oh, Volticus is actually going to go ahead and defend this. He's pulling his SCV, he's pulling the boys.
And the Void Race lives. The Stalker micro is pretty good. Getting a lot of SCV kills here. It's keeping the Void Ray alive. The second Void Ray is going to be almost out here, 75% done. The Stalkers from Kaino just not dying. The micro is really good.
Oh man, that Void Ray is like probably the MVP or something, because he's still alive in here, and the shield batteries are finally up, so he can actually regen if he needs to. Instead, go ahead.
Sorry, there was no SCVs. I'm sorry, the supply depot is the raised. If you would have raised them, would have been able to get a little bit more time. Stem is not going to finish.
Oh my God.
Kaino. Wow. Kaino might just. Yeah, he's looking really dominant here.
Yeah, we thought Volticus might go into the finals, but it looks like Kaino is actually making a run for the finals. And it looks like Volticus will have his workout cut out for him, because he's now down 0-2. And let's see, what's actually the next map?
I am not totally sure. I got confused about the maps. Okay, now it's Acid Plant.
Okay.
This is interesting because I didn't really have a good read on Kaino, and now I'm just being even more confident in that he is a solid choice. D1, pretty well. He's high D2, lowish D1, but haven't seen him play in so long that it is now we know he is very good.
Yeah, I mean he has participated in our past clan wars and all that, so he kind of knows the in and outs of this kind of format a little bit. Even though tournament isn't the same as a clan war, but it's kind of the same, almost a little bit. Some elements that are similar.
You're on the spotlight, kind of that sort of feeling.
Yeah.
It is going to be Acid Plant, which I guess is that a place where you make acid, because it's kind of unclear to me.
I mean, it must be, right? I mean,
or I wasn't sure if they're talking about plants there were acidic, but I don't know.
I think it's just making acid.
Okay, well, anyways, on Acid Plant, our purple Protoss up 2 games. It's Kaino.
And at the bottom right, we have our green Terran down 0-2, looking to do a reverse all kill. He is Volticus.
What we'll kind of do this time, he is getting that probe to wall, and there is no Reaper Cliff in this time, so we cannot make use of any of that nice little ledges.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Because this is, I think this is Volticus map choice. I believe, I'm not sure. It might be in Kaino's, but this map is does not, like you pointed out, like does not have a Reaper Cliff. So there's only one place to go in terms of your Reaper and scouting. So probably not the best map if it was Volticus's map choice. But again, this is a map where you can actually abuse the main and the third, because they're so separate, so that you can actually drop from one place and do another double prong attack on the other. So Volticus, also known as a really aggressive player, likes to drop and likes to micro. So we I think this might be a playstyle that he or a map that he might actually succeed in and get the first win.
It looks like Kaino getting a bit annoyed by Volticus's SCV block. All base blocks are so annoying, and Volticus got to be careful. Doesn't want to lose this SCV, and it will go down. Small pickup from Kaino, and we'll be able to place that net unencumbered.
And again, this is I guess a 2 gas opening from Kaino, so he just really loves this opening, I guess. He's been doing it for a while, and looks like it's been working for him. He's up 2-0, so I guess he's just gonna go continue doing it. Volticus actually gonna change, maybe no, actually not gonna change it up. He's actually going for the same similar build. He's going for maybe the same marine timing, because looks like he's throwing down his second barracks. Might get a tech lab and start stim, and then do the same marine timing that he did on Eastwatch.
Yeah, this Stalker is actually really late, although I don't think Volticus is going to want to commit anymore to that. Just going to back out with the Reaper, save it, let it live another day. And yeah, like you said, there's that Twilight Council, and a sentry being produced, so very reminiscent of the first game.
Although Volticus is actually getting a factory instead of a dirt barracks, so let's see what he does. If he's going to switch out the barracks to the factory and get tanks instead, or he's going to go ahead and research STEM. Okay, looks like he's going to get research STEM, and he might actually get that factory into Starport to get the medevacs out and do a medevac, like a 1 or 2 medevac marine drop or something. So this is actually a pretty good map to do so, because the main base is pretty large, so there's a lot of dark areas that you can escape the vision of the Protoss. So yeah,
no Starport yet. Just saving. There it is. Going to throw down that Starport. So, kind of what Volticus is known for is that really well executed draw play, good micro with his multitasking, and like you said earlier, this is one of the best maps to abuse a 3-player Protoss in, with the 3 base Protoss, excuse me. So if anybody can make this work, it's Volticus.
Oh, looks like Reaper is going to the natural. There's no defense here at the natural. One stalker is being warped in, but I think is actually being really lazy and should get a salary decrease here.
Yeah.
And the Reaper does go in and scuffs everything. He even sees the Twilight Council, and it's going to be the same build as the first game on Eastwatch, where he went for charge and went for the Archon. So Volticus should at least have an idea what he is going for here.
Yeah, and there's a Stalker. It looks like that Reaper will get picked off. But, yeah, it looks like Volticus is going to be... Volticus is supply blocked currently, which is really hurting the timing of this build.
Yeah, that's always not a good thing to be supply blocked. But the good thing for Terran is that they can also always supply drop. But it doesn't look like he actually has enough energy. But I think his depot is just being done, so shouldn't be able to use it. I mean, shouldn't have to use it. And both players looking to get their dirt bases here. CC is on the way. The dirt CC on the way for Volticus in the natural. As for Xeno, kind of there, he's getting the dirt base at the dirt base area.
Yeah, and going charged into Blink, what we've seen, and going really heavy gateplay. This is interesting from Kaino. Just really likes that. Doesn't necessarily want to go up to a higher tech like Colossus very fast. He's confident with his gate production, and we will see. This is going to be a test, and I think Kaino saw that drop. If he was paying attention, skimmed into the range of the Stalker, and there is some sentries in the main, so he should be prepared for this.
Alright, so yeah, more Stalkers being warped into the main, and oh man, that second drop actually got spotted by the Stalker, so he's going to go ahead and retreat with that. Blink is halfway done, so I think this drop will not get sniped as easily. If Kaino had Blink, he would have been able to snipe it much easier, but it looks like he's already in position here. Got four Stalkers already parked, so I don't see this drop happening anytime soon.
Yeah, one of the things about when you're defending a drop is you kind of want to, you don't really want the Stalkers on the bare edge. You kind of want them more in the base so that you can let this drop come in more so that you can have enough time for 2 volleys, which be enough to kill the drop. So putting your Stalkers on the edge, not really effective in catching the drop. But meanwhile, there's a drop in the third, and that did not get much done, as well as there was a force to shut that down.
Yeah, but that actually moved the whole distract him, the whole army, and then now Volticus is actually going into the main base. Oh, but I think, yeah, the 4 Stalkers should be enough. He's sniping down the medevacs. But will he have enough for the Marines? He's still warping in some more Stalkers, and I think he should be able to clean this up with not too many losses. 5 probes going down. Not the best, but also not the worst in the world.
I mean, for a medevac full of Marines, it's not bad, but there's another drop in the NAT, but that has just a very scant number of Marines, and that might get gunned down. It's kind of trapped here, although there's another drop meeting up with it. Might go for a double drop. There's a Liberator, meanwhile, in the third, but Blink will shut that down pretty fast. The sentry's coming in for Kaino. Going to get all chewed up. That is a big waste of gas there, and meanwhile, Kaino just needs to coordinate his forces, take down this drop. It's chargeless, killing those Marines, and going to lose the medevacs here. This is a nice defense from Kaino.
Yeah, he's defending really well against these three, I guess, like almost like a 3-prong attack here. So right now he's ahead 63 to 50 workers still, and his Volticus dirt base just landed, has not yet to be saturated. So Kaino looking at himself in a pretty good position here so far.
So we've got another round of double drops coming out for Volticus. He's going to try to make it work again. So far in the units lost, Volticus has lost more, quite a bit, except in gas by 200, but has lost more all in all with the drops. But, you know, keeping Kaino on his toes. But I think, honestly, in this position, the Protoss player, when he's in a defensive position like this, the impetus isn't on him to defend as much. He just has to attack as much. He just needs to defend, sit back, push back these drops, and he will be fine.
Yeah, and look at this. The main base of Kaino already defended with 3 cannons there. So he's prepared for these drops here.
Yeah, and one thing, just a note, Volticus has 1 barracks with a tech lab. All the rest are reactors. He's going pure Marine here.
Oh.
And I don't like that at all. With Stalkers and Storm and Charge Lots, that's just not a good composition. He can get so many pickups here.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Oh, it looks like the medevac is going to go ahead and bypass the 1 cannon and actually go ahead and drop into the main base. It looks like Kaino's army is actually out in the middle of the map, so he's either gonna have to recall or actually try to rely on his gateways to defend. But I think this drop is doing a lot of damage. And here we go. Kaino going into the dirt base of Voltic is gonna go ahead and counterattack, and there's a lot of Archons there.
Yeah, this might turn into... Actually, he's going to let Storm finish here. Yeah, Storm finish. That's huge. That could have been gunned down much earlier. And looks like Kaino might just want to march into the Nat here and totally kill everything.
Yeah. The good thing is that he killed the Templar Archon, so there's no no High Templar that could be warped in. But I don't think it even matters because Kaino has so much on the natural of Volticus. He's looking to clean this up, and it might actually turn into a base trade, but this base trade is looking to be in favor of Kaino, and Kaino is actually going to take it 3-0 here. Nicely
done, and looks like November will have to face a Protoss in the finals, will not get the Terran that she wants.
Yep, so sorry for all the Zerg and Terrans. It's going to be a PvP for the finals, but it is going to be a pretty good PvP because two players are pretty good. November versus Kaino here, so let's go ahead and get November into the party.
Yep, I have to take a quick break, 30 seconds, and I will be right back. Sorry about that.
Alright, no problem. Alright, so we're going to have a best of 5 finals. Thank you all for watching still. We have, let's see, 11 people so far in the stream. So thank you all for tuning in. We are in the finals of the MVD Cup. The first place gets $20 prize pool. Second place doesn't go out empty-handed. They get a $5 prize. So not too shabby. And let's go ahead and take a look at the current bracket here. November did advance to the finals. I think the second one, the top bracket hasn't yet been updated yet, so we should get that updated pretty soon. But anyhow, it's going to be Kaino versus November in the finals. So we're just going to get our map veto underway. Usually I would advertise like to follow us on our Twitch and our social media, but it looks like most of our players, or actually most of our viewers, are from PsyX, so I guess there's no point in doing so. I'm sure most of you kind of got the gist of that in the past clan wars and streams and casts, so I won't bother advertising that. But anyhow, looks like Backwater will be our first map. So let's go ahead and make the game. Volticus again. He's gonna be be right back. And November just said she just hit level 21 on Discord, so the farming continues. Zeno says we know to follow the clan.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, yep. So looks like Backwater will be our first map. So
cool. Oh man, November hit level 21.
Yep.
Rip me. I think I got a pretty solid second place.
Yeah, pretty solid. So nothing, not too shabby on your part.
At least it wasn't from farming. I earned it honorably.
The honorable way.
Yeah, but this is gonna be my last cast for a while, so I will be tapping. I will be tapping out for a while. I think I posted in members chat.
Yep. So. Yeah, it's always good to take a little break here and there, come back with a refreshed mind.
Yeah, man, I can't do that and all the things that I do for competing is just too much. So as much as I love casting, I'm going to have to take a break. But enjoying the time while we have it, we are going to be heading into the grand finals for the MVD Cup.
Yep, here we go. Whoever's wins this will get $20 to spend on whatever they want. You could use that $20 to buy some corn on November's farm.
Yeah.
Zeno asking when will the bot be reset? He wants the thing to be reset.
Well, it typically we would reset it at the end of each season, but that did not happen.
Yeah, I wonder why. Someone should know the answer to that. Maybe waiting.
It could just be because Sushi forgot. I don't know.
Jay Skippy wants to reset just November. we don't.
Yeah, we can.
We could, but we don't want to discriminate against certain people. So
I'm fine with it.
Oh, what?
Maybe wrong server. That's what I can think of.
Or did she get DC'd? Oh yeah, it looks like she got DC'd. She just left party. Okay, so a little bit of a hiccup there. As soon as November gets back, we should be able to start pretty soon. Let's actually go ahead and just create the game lobby first, and then we'll just invite November as soon as she comes back.
Right. This is totally random, Snoopy, but are you getting excited for the Olympics at all?
Oh, the Winter Olympics?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really watch it, so.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a huge fan, but some people are just major fans of the Olympics.
Yeah. I've usually watched the Summer Olympics, the one that comes in every 4 years.
Yeah, that one's fun. I was excited for the USA hockey team, but basically because of contract negotiations, all the good players that play in the NHL will not be allowed to play. So that means that the USA hockey team is going to be really bad. Which is unfortunate.
Are you a big hockey fan, or?
Yeah, I'm a big hockey fan. So I'm a big Pens fan.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Me and TB Ham. CTL admin. And I think Sippy Cup is a big LA Kings fan.
Oh, okay. I don't watch hockey at all, so like I don't I don't follow the in and outs of hockey too much. But I heard a bunch of people love hockey. And I think I think it's Penguins the team that has been winning the past few championships, or what?
Yeah, the Penguins are doing really good.
Oh, okay, I see.
They won the last two, and they might even win this one.
All right, so we're just waiting on November here. It looks like she's having some problems. Hopefully, it's not too bad. She could come back soon. Okay. Okay. Looks like November says she's not connecting. Let me restart. So we'll just wait for November to restart, and then we should start the game. Actually, I think this is actually a good time for me to go ahead and take a bathroom break. If you want, you can continue the cast.
Sure.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, let's see who's in the chat. We got Jay Skippy. Oh, he's a hockey fan too. Something Wayne Gretzky can. Yeah, Wayne Gretzky. He's huge in Canada. Always wanted to play ice hockey. Yeah, I've played it just casually. To play ice hockey at a pretty high level in high school, you have to be skating pretty much since you're like 4 years old, because it takes so much coordination to skate and play at the same time. It's fun. It's so much fun. If you're not used to it, like it requires so much muscles in your legs to play at a high level that it's just insane. the amount of work. Ooh, looks like the November is saying she's ready. Okay, we'll wait for Snoopy. Yeah, it looks like we got Xenodactyl in the chat too. Hazard, nice. Yeah, ice hockey's a ton of fun. Just playing casually. So, I mean, November versus Kino. Who do I think? I had to bet on somebody. You know, November's got really good builds, but Kino. See, the thing is that November kind of was watching Kino this way, and she did see him sort of reveal his hand a little bit. Well, against, Terran, it's a different story. So she may, have a little bit of idea of what Kino is playing.
All right, I'm back.
So, all right. As you're saying, barely roller skate. Yeah, it's tough. Well, it's basically like, imagine rollerblading. You've got like a 2-inch wheel, and then it's like balancing on that. But then ice skating, you've got like a 1-inch. You've got like a 1/2 inch or like a 1/4 inch wheel. That's pretty much what you're balancing on. So it is hard. It's fun. Once you get used to it, it's so much fun though. Oh, looks like we started already.
Yep.
What's that memo?
Oh, you guys were talking about ice skating?
Yeah, hockey. You like ice skating? You ice skated at all, or?
No, but I did like watch a little bit in the I guess like maybe the late 1900s. I mean, the late
1900s.
the basically the Michelle Kwan era. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here for the finals, everybody. The farmer, the bag of builds. She is November.
Yep. And at the bottom right, we have our blue Protoss. We have our friend Kino. All right. Finals hype, guys.
So, Snoopy, what's your prediction?
You know what? I'm just gonna say go with my first prediction, which is I think November might take this. How about you?
3-2.
Let's see, maybe either 3-1 or 3-2. I say.
I'd say Kino's gonna take this 3-2.
Okay. Yeah.
I just have a feeling about Kino tonight.
I mean, he certainly has been looking to be looks like he's been playing pretty well tonight, so I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, actually, we have a pylon block from Kino here at November's base.
Ooh.
I don't know if this is going to be too much of a block, as November is actually going for a 2-gate, so she wasn't really looking to expand like immediately, so I don't know if this pylon was gonna be able to delay the nexus that much from the original timing. But anyhow, November is gonna go ahead and scout Kino.
Yeah, Kino going for that just 1-gate style. We've seen him go. Now the thing is, like with the pylon block, is in this meta, really early expansions aren't that common, and the 2 stalkers coming out are going to be finished quite in time to deal with that before she expands.
Yeah, looks like kind of actually going for the expo. Actually, 1-gate expo here. I'm not sure about this. If November...
This could.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, this could go south for Kino very fast. He needs to get shield batteries at the NAT, or he's going to be really, really bad. You're going to do really bad. He needs to start chronoing the stalkers. I think he did. Getting a 2nd gate out ASAP.
Yeah. November did got the 1-gate, so she knows that this is punishable. So she's going to throw down the proxy robo, looking so far to be in November's favor. If she can execute this correctly, actually she's throwing down a 3rd gateway, so actually, oh my god, this stalker is actually gonna not see this.
Oh, brushing by. passing like a ship in the night. Not even sure if that's a good metaphor, but anyways, the Stalker's coming in. The Stalker coming out for Kaino will be able to defend.
Oh my gosh.
Sort of.
Yeah, he finally scouts this.
This is gonna get weird. We've got the Stalkers from November coming back, gonna clean up that Stalker from Kaino. Kaino needs to rally. This
Stalker's getting caught out in the middle. Actually, November does not sure what to do. She's not gonna go ahead and chase it. Actually, she's gonna go ahead into the natural.
Kaino's just now producing. His Stalkers are going to be late. He's going to have to pull the probes here if he wants to defend at all. He's going to have to send that Stalker back. This is just going to be so dicey. He canceled the Stalkers. That is weird. Not sure why he did that. He's going to charge here with the probes and that third Stalker. Why he canceled the Stalkers is unbeknownst to me.
I think because he's going to chrono boost the gateway, and then he's going to use that gateway to warp gate to
Oh right. Okay, sorry. I thought those Stalkers would have finished in time.
Yeah. Oh my God! First Immortals already out. These shield battery ain't gonna come up in time. Instead, November's gonna go throw down her own shield battery, and this is why, guys, you do not go for a 1-get expo in PvP.
Yeah, although the nice force field gonna let the probes kill 2 Stalkers, otherwise they would have done squat. Now the probes actually getting us around, gonna get the 3rd Stalker. Kaino, by the skin of his teeth, might survive, despite with the Immortal from Kaino coming out. And if you think about it, he does have a Nat, so he is mining.
Oh, he actually has his own Immortal out now.
Ooh, this is so tense here. The Micro has to be good. He hasn't lost the sentries yet. With the shield batteries, it's who can drain the energy first, and so far it seems like Kaino has drained more energy.
Yeah, but again, the second Immortal already just popped out for November, so she can actually go ahead and take this with those 2 Immortals. We shall see. Those I actually wouldn't mind her throwing down some more shield battery, but oh man, good.
Kaino was out of position.
Oh, good force field there by Kaino.
Yeah, this getting sniped there and gonna burn through all the shield battery energy. This is where the last attack's gonna be. There's 2 mortals out for both players. Although November's energy is drained, looks like he kind of has a little bit left. He's charging here. He's gonna try to get some stuff done, but he's had to use so many probes to even fight here.
Wow, this is pretty intense, but I think November actually killed a bunch of probes. But again, remember, Kaino does have the second base, so he can replenish that. So November needs to kill this like right now.
Actually, yeah, gonna get that pylon is actually not power anything. Gonna get the shield battery, nice. Gonna attack, kill November in a funnel here. This is actually not the best angle for November to attack into, but 3 Immortals though.
These 3 Immortals so good. Oh my God, no Immortals for Kaino now. This might actually be the snowball.
Yeah, with the 4th Immortal coming out, this is most definitely gonna be the snowball. November needs Kaino. He is going to drop. Game number 1, November is going to be victorious.
November punishing Kaino for going for that greedy build there. It's always risky. Again, without a packet expand, it's always risky to go for a 1-get expo in the PvP. So November kind of scouting that out, and punished Kaino with that proxy robo. And now it is Kaino's turn to pick his map.
Ooh, and it looks like we've got a prediction from Sal. Sal said that he predicts November to win 3-1. Excuse me, predicts Kaino to win 3-1. Which,
interesting.
Yeah, that's bold. I predicted Kaino 3-2.
Oh yeah. Isn't it Luz's pick?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's loser pick. Ooh, looks like we got Sushi in here. I don't know if he was in before, but he's here. Sushi. In the chat, hope everything's been doing good. Kaino has not experienced cheese. That's true.
Wait, isn't it? Wait, okay, I'm so confused. I thought it was Luz's pick, but it looks like they just picked their map choice.
Yeah, it's kind of lost, so Luz kind of picks it.
Okay.
Looks kind of picks Acid Plant. Okay, interesting.
Okay, so it looks like we're gonna go ahead into Acid Plant. All right, so November kept DCing because she found another game running in the background. So hopefully, it should be good now. It looks like yeah, Sushi says Kaino has not experienced her cheese before, and that is true. Kaino, I don't think has played November before, so
Yeah, definitely. What's here about predicting kind of 3? Yeah, November. It's kind of 3-2 all the way.
So looks like a bunch of people are voting for Kaino, but I'm going with my original prediction of November winning this. So far, she's won the first game, so let's see if she can win the 2 remaining games that will allow her to take that first place. And again, this is the second game here. Acid Plant will be the map.
Yep, and just a reminder to everybody, no, not sure we have any new people, but worth saying that the loser is guaranteed $5 and the winner $20.
Yep.
And big thanks to Stealthy Banana Narok for that. But up here in the corner, down 1 game, the blue Protoss, it's Kaino.
And at the bottom right, we have the Maki anime lover. She is a farmer by choice. It is November. Okay, so we actually have a really awkward positioning of the pylon. Ah, I see. Okay, cannon rush here. Wants to hide that cannon.
Kaino is playing with fire when he's cannon rushing November. She's an experienced defender of cannon rush, but that being said, she did drop a map to Xenodactyl via cannon rush, so it can be done. But Acid Plant, as far as cannon rushing maps go, I don't think it's the best because you can't really put cannons down in a great spot, and the cannon to ramp distance is pretty far.
Yeah. Oh man. Gonna go ahead and block the top of the ramp, and November is actually gonna go ahead and pull the probes. Gonna try to kill. Oh, nice! Actually canceled the gateway, so she can actually deny this.
Ooh, then he locks those probes out. Imagine if he did that. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
The thing is, if the Zealot production was late there, slipped a little bit. That Zealot's going to be produced a bit later. So.
Oh, actually, no. Actually, that works out for November because she gets these close around of the cannons, even though she get her probe blocked out.
Yeah, this is. I don't think those cannons are going to finish. They're going to finish super weak. The Zealot, this is not going to materialize here.
Yeah. So wow, November. Oh wait, she won. Okay. The cannon does get cleaned up, and looking pretty good for November so far.
Yeah, only one of those cannons finishing for a very brief second. Yeah, this is going to be not the best map for cannon rushing.
Yeah, I mean, like the game that November lost with cannon rush was on Nirvana Square, which is really good for cannon rush. But this map don't have no specific real advantage for cannon rushing. So November really experienced at holding cannon rushes, displaying that once again. Although it's not done yet. There's more cannons being made. No stalkers being made as well. Actually, Kaino actually has a probe in the base. Oh man.
He's actually going to start shelling that pylon, which is producing the stalker. So the stalker production is stalled briefly, so until that new pylon can finish. And there's actually 2 pylons finishing up in the main.
Oh my god, no. Yeah, needs to pull the probes now.
Is this happening? Oh my goodness. Looks like crucially the Stalker and Zealot shots were split there for a second. That could make the difference here. More pylons finishing up. I'm not sure if he'll be able to get a foothold. Ooh, taking a few shots on the Zealot. The Zealot is pretty weak. November, I want to just focus down that probe. Just can't. Oh, takes a couple shots. Only shields damaged down.
Oh my god, killed that probe. November. Okay, it looked a little bit scary there, but I think November has it with the 2 Stalker out.
Yeah. Choosing not to target the probe is... Okay, there she goes.
Yeah. Okay.
Now this will get cleaned up.
Yeah, it looked pretty scary there, as that probe was still alive for so long. It could have been sniped down, but looks like November, I think, finally has this.
And Kaino hasn't started much at home. He's just got his gate and throwing 2 gas down. So November will only be, is not going to get held up because Kaino does not have vision, so she can start taking this soft contained down. And November...
Oh my god.
Yeah, she knows. Xeno showed that November can be cannon rushed, but it's only on the good maps.
Wow, November, man, I don't know how she does it. She just keeps defending against cannon rushes like a pro, like a boss.
It's like water off of a duck's back. I don't know. It just beads off of her and she just destroys it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, why didn't she just pull the probe on and let the 2 pylons finish? But it still worked out. Like I think she knows that the pylon isn't like the real danger. It's like just the cannons that are real danger. So, but anyhow, she is now up 2-0 on Kaino here, 1 game away from taking first place.
Now, Xenodor saying S plan is fine for cannon rushes. I would kind of disagree. I mean, the thing is that the 2 places you can put aggressive forward cannons in the main are right next to the ramp, so you don't have a great vision, and the distance from the cannons to the nexus is not the best. I was even talking to Pranef about this a lot, like, because he cannon rushes almost every game, and he's good at this. He said that it's really map dependent. Like Neon Violet Square, a couple others are really the ones that you can cannon rush and win almost every time if you're good. Other maps are really dicey. Depends on your opponent making the misstep.
Oops.
But we've got our game number 3 here, and Kaino's already dropped 2 games, and he has to win this game if he wants to fulfill my prophecy. I am Nostradamus of the predictions, and here we go. The man has to start winning now. It's Kaino.
Alright, at the bottom left we have our pink Protoss. It is going to be November.
This is unfortunate that Phoenix Tears and Terran Lord have not been able to make it to this tournament. I think they could have added a few more, a little bit more competition. This is good competition, but it's a bummer that Terran Lord especially was not here to play. Because being in EU, this is extremely late for them, and they'd have to get up the next day. I said November for the win. No, I was the one who said November, and well, I said November or Volt in the beginning, and for this series I predicted Kaino 3-2.
Yep, it looks like you and a bunch of other players in the chat actually voted for Kaino, but I stuck to my gun, voted for November. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, the votes starting not starting to look so confident here, but Kaino can still do it. He's shown to be decent. Just cannon rushing. So this is interesting because I feel like if you think that you're equal level with somebody or better than them, I don't think you would cannon rush because cannon rushing is kind of gimmicky. So I think that if you feel like you're on par or better, then why not just play a standard game? So I hope, kind of course, with the next games, he doesn't cannon rush because I think, just playing a standard game is his best bet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, would you agree? Like,
yeah, I agree for sure. Because usually if you're against a player that is way better than you, you would actually, it makes sense to cannon rush because very all-in strategy. But if you feel like you're a better player or at least equal player, I think it's better to play a macro game to play it out and use your skill to win the game instead.
Yeah, this is actually kind of going for that faster expand again, and November going for that Stargate. So, but kind of going for a Sentry and a Stalker. Interesting. November is still having a probe in the base, which is nice. She can get a free scout.
Yep, and the pylon is next to it, so November is gonna have to get out pretty soon. But she will get the scout off before losing her scouting probe. Interesting, Kaino is not actually chasing down November's probe here. Okay, now he finally goes and kills it, but she does get the scout off. So
yeah, in November getting an Oracle here, this is pretty. Yeah, this is scary because he did go for that sentry first, so he doesn't have as many units that can shoot up. Does have a stalker in each line. It depends if November waits for 2 oracles, then yeah, what I think she'll do. Then this could be scary. If it's just one coming in, I think Kaino should be fine.
all right, so in PvP, I always throw down the shield battery in the mineral line. I think after the first 4 stalkers at least at the red release, because there's oracles can come in and ruin your mineral line, but looks like November is actually going to go into the front while also getting some probes at the mineral line. Oh my god, this oracle is getting so much kills.
Ooh, it's gonna get 6. Gonna add up to 7.
That's significant right there. That's definitely significant.
Yeah, that's just a lead that you can keep working on and it can turn into a snowball. There's a shield battery a bit late, and November throwing down a robo. Wouldn't be surprised if from here she just macros up, comes in with a superior gateway, Immortal Force charges in because she knows she is up a bit on the economic side.
Yeah, and the important thing is that she actually kept the oracle alive, so now she has 2 oracles. She can definitely go back in for another few probe kills and increase her lead.
Yeah, this Nat is pretty unprotected here. Oh, actually, with the nice probe there, going to scout this and see. November actually could have taken out that probe, but now it will be too late. So, Kaino knows this is out. I think he will defend against this just fine. And actually, November there needs to be careful. These doesn't want to lose these. I think
she's going
just
into the main
fine.
Base. There's 3 sentries there, so
with the Guardian Shield and gonna get a Oracle for 2 probes. Nice trade there and push that other one back. So the second stage of the defense has gone well for Kaino.
Yeah, only losing 2 probes there. Still behind the probe, but not too much. It's 42 to 37, so not the worst. But look at this army from November.
Yep, marching across with this many stalkers. Oracle's just keeping him at bay. The only thing is, shield batteries are good and sentries. So I think November would be the best option. Would just be to wait for Immortal production,
or at least wait for Blink. Oh wait, actually that's Kaino. Blink is Kaino's actually researching for Blink, and November is just getting her Twilight Cancel. So yeah, I have to agree with you. She should definitely wait for the Immortals to come out, or at least go for a Blink herself. Oh, it looks like Kaino actually going for the dirt, and it gets spotted by the Oracle. So November could choose to actually throw down some more gateways and go for a timing attack, or go for a dirt herself.
Yeah, this is interesting here. Kaino going his it seems like he just doesn't like Immortal Tech. I'm sorry, Robotech. He's just throwing down more gates in a Templar Archive, just kind of sticking to his gate, Archon composition here with Blink. His Blink micro is good. It could work out. I'm actually kind of starting to like Kaino's position here. He's getting his 3rd base, and if he can defend this attack from November, he might be alright. But the thing is November has a ton of stalkers.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, Kaino is going for some really unorthodox play throughout the whole night, because if you're going for Blink, if you're going for Archon with the Templar Archive, you should get the charge upgrade, I would think. Instead, he got the Blink upgrade, because the gas will go into the idea is the gas will go into the Archons, and the minerals go into the Zealot or the charge. He gets the charge after the Blink, so he will be transitioning into charge law, but not before November takes down this dirt of Kaino's.
Yeah, that was actually a huge loss for Kaino there, losing that 3rd. While November's is planted, and Kaino has 2 Archons, but the thing with Archons is that they don't really. If you have blink stalkers, which actually November doesn't have blink stalkers, but if she does get blink, which I assume she will at some point, then it's hard to the Archons to really get a lot of quality shots on the stalkers if your micro is decent with blink, because they can just blink back in segments, and the Archons can just get chewed up.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Kaino is making his way across the map. He's going to go ahead and try to counterattack after his dirt got shut down. He wants to shut down November's dirt instead. Now she's going to go ahead and take down the rocks, which will buy her enough time to get some more units to defend against his dirt.
Ooh, he's waiting for charge. He's getting more charge lots. Another Archon going to be morphed here. This army could trade very effectively here. Now, November does not have vision, but she might see that rock being taken down. Kaino coming in for the kill.
Oh, but the Oracle's across the map, killing all of Kaino's probes.
Oh, no. Well, thankfully, actually, it could have gone a lot worse than that. The shield battery saving the worst of that massacre, I think.
Yeah.
And, but here we go. Looks like Kaino's diving into the natural here. The Archon's getting in top, chewing into some of these speed charge lots, but charge lots getting on the Stalkers of November. But the Archons, there's just not enough here with the Immortal in the back and more Stalkers coming in. The Archons just aren't that good against that many Stalkers.
Oh, but wait, the Archons are still alive. Will it be enough? I think November just had about it, and is now pretty much way ahead. And I think Kaino realizes, with no third and his army gone, this is a tough game to come back in, and he is gonna go ahead and GG. And so congrats to November. She is our MVD Cup champion.
Yeah, pretty much the way I predicted it from the beginning. November was gonna 3-0, so
All right, so she is gonna go. November is gonna go ahead and win that $20 prize pool. And Kaino does get a nice showing, places on second. Will get a $5 the $5 prize pool as well. So well done, and great games by both players.
Yep. Congrats to everybody. And also, everybody, this is going to be kind of my farewell cast. I mean, we'll be doing a couple more things, wrap up things the next couple days. But this is kind of my Sykes goodbye. So thanks to everybody who watched and casting. Thanks for casting with me, Snoopy. It was fun. All the players, it's been great. Gonna have to take some time off, but when I come back, I'll get into it even more.
Yep, it's always great to cast with you, and hope you guys enjoy this tournament. Hope you guys enjoy the stream, and we'll see you guys next time. Wow.